for it to open.
Both of them are.
What's the other one?
Salvatore's.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Papavino's is the first place I ever had oil with herbs and dipping bread. Ah, yes. Yeah,
We got 1 minute yet.
15 pounds right there.
Yep.
It's okay. It's worth it. David, we did not get a good picture of the swearing in that night for Action Club. Yeah. When is your issue happening?
Well, it's coming on the 31st, but I have to have it done this weekend.
Okay, sorry.
It's okay. I tried to get some original stories, and everyone I talked to either couldn't, didn't want to, or never got back to
I
me.
want to.
Call the meeting to order. First thing on the agenda is the approval of the July minutes. Everybody had a chance to read them. If there's no corrections or additions, need a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the July minutes. All in favor, say aye. Opposed? Unfinished business. MOU Center Lake Pavilion.
Yeah, we always said that we'd bring the MOU back to the park board for the approval. This was ran through the Board of Works at the last Board of Works meeting on the 5th. It was approved by the Board of Works. We'd now like for you guys to review that and get your blessing on that. As you can see, the first payment is $2 million payable in full. And then the other $500,000 would be done when equal or greater to 75% of the work is done. So we're happy to have this. We're thankful for this. There's a lot of things in the community that they could have put their funds towards, but they chose Center Lake Pavilion. So we do have the naming rights is in there, and that's a the specific name and design, the signage and stuff are going to be negotiated in good faith, so that hasn't been done yet. So once we get together with the Zimmer Biomet Foundation and figure that out, then we'll have the name of the building and what the signage is going to look like. So, yeah.
So they have the right to name the building.
Yes, yes. And with our talks with the foundation, I mean, it's something to have the Zimmer Biomet in there, but also have either, the Central Park or the Center Lake Pavilion or something in that name. It's a work in progress, so it'll be something to that order. But yeah. So if there are any other questions on the MOU that I might be able to answer, I think it's pretty much straightforward. But anybody see anything that you're not happy with or concerns?
On number 8, where it says intentionally left blank, why would there be an item that says that?
I think that might be a standard form that they use, and it didn't pertain to this, so they just left it blank.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, I see.
Yeah, yeah.
Any more questions, comments?
We need a motion on that.
If not, then we need a motion to accept this MOU.
Yes, I'd make the motion to go ahead and accept this MOU as presented.
Okay. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
A motion second to accept this. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay,
Thank you.
that was easy.
We're excited. We're meeting with the contractor Thursday for our worst walkthrough, and it won't be long. They'll be tearing into it, so, yeah, yeah.
Next thing up, progress on the pickleball courts.
Yeah, I want to give you a little bit of update on that. The asphalting is done, the fencing is finished. the design for the K-21 court sign, which we approved to allow them to name the courts K-21 after their generous donation. That is to the sign company. It's to Graycraft now. So we're figuring a 9x3 sign that will be hung on each side of the gate on the east and west side. If we do the recreational trail that comes up by the beach, there'll be a sidewalk that'll come that way as well. So we thought we ought to have a sign there as well. So the only thing that we're waiting on is the installation of the poles, the nets, and the striping. K&M is doing that work. They got swamped with schoolwork. They normally do all the schools, and the rain set them back, so they're looking at the end of this month or the first of next month before they'll be here to finish that up. So that's the best I can tell you. That's what I'm getting from Finn and Brown. Brenda's been very helpful in keeping communication with me, and that's what he was told by Todd from K&M. So hopefully we have it done.
Well, I'm so glad we're doing this. I don't know if you saw on CBS Sunday Morning a week or two ago, the fastest growing sport in the United States is pickleball, which I don't know about the rest of you, but I had never even heard of it until they came before this board. So I'm glad that we did it and we've been following through with it. I was at Kelly Park today and the courts were filled.
Yeah, good. Yeah, we're excited to get 4 more so they can all play.
Yeah.
Yeah, so absolutely.
Okay, next up, office maintenance garage update.
Yeah, we had our bi-weekly meeting today on the progress there. The concrete footers are being installed and the perimeter of the building is taking shape. You can kind of see it now. They anticipate to pour the slab next week, Thursday or Friday of next week. The steel for the building is on site. It's expected to be erected the week of September 6th. They start putting that up. Stormwater pipes are being installed, so we should notice some action in the next couple weeks here once they get that slab done, and then I think you'll see a lot more action. A lot of it's underground work that they're doing right now, so things are moving forward. We're still anticipating moving in the 1st of March, so still in the timeline. They haven't moved it back. So
Great. Any questions?
Do you take daily pictures or weekly pictures down there, Larry?
I take pictures every so often, and the city engineer, we go down there every once in a while and take some pictures and walk on the site. And we'll do more of that once the construction of the building actually starts. We get past the foundation. We'll make regular visits down there to look at it and see the progress. So, yeah. Yep.
Anything else? Okay. New business, Rarick Park.
As you might have been by there, you can see that the old playground equipment and swings are gone. We did remove those. We have had the basketball court resurfaced, so it's got new asphalt on the basketball court now. We have started bringing in the fill dirt to the elevation of the circle in the diagram that we provided you there. For the layout, we want to get that to elevation so we can order the materials for the gazebo. The gazebo will mimic what we have at Kittyland or McKinley Park. Octagon, is that what I say, Sean? Our carpenters will do that in-house, so we're going to get all the supplies and start on that. That's our intent. Playground equipment should be here, should ship this month, so it should be by the end of the month or first of next month put in there. Our goal is to get the gazebo built, try to get the circle sidewalk in and the dividers in there, defining each play section. And then if we have time, we'll install the playground. If not, we'll do that next year as well as finishing the walking path and the other part of the park. But so we've got a good start on it, working away, and we plan to turn our carpenters loose pretty soon to start on that gazebo. So hopefully it'll be a really nice park, a really nice improvement. We've had some of the neighborhood people call and ask what we're doing, so I've informed them, and we're going to swell the water around the basketball court, kind of like it flows now, and try to get it to the southeast corner there for retention. As we well know, the problem with that park over the years has been that there's been some flooding on the alley side there, but it's based upon the height of Eagle Creek. When that's up, that doesn't drain, but when it goes down, it does drain. So I don't think we'll see any difference in the, the flooding of the park or anything like that once we're done, because we will put a swale to bring it to the back there, and without big infrastructure changes there, that would be the engineering department. It'll be the same, but I think it'll all be fine. It'll be a nice park. And of course, we did surveys from our 5-year master plan in that neighborhood to find out what they wanted in the park, and I think we're going to give it to them. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Just the one side that looks kind of like steps, are those like that they can sit on those or what?
Those are mushrooms. Is that what you're talking about?
No,
Or which one? Which diagram are you on there?
I think that's just the paved walking into the gazebo.
the second
Probably this
one,
one,
these things.
right here.
Is that just the pavement walking into the
that's she's talking
gazebo,
to me.
that piece of the pie?
But is that elevated at all or is it just flat?
Oh, you're talking to the left-hand side? Is that where you're talking?
Yes.
On that diagram?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the walking path coming in,
Okay.
and then there'll be grass or plantings on the side of that. So that's the main focus coming in off of, is it Columbia? Or Washington
Washington
Street.
Street.
Coming off of Washington Street.
But they're basically flush.
It's basically
to the
level
ground.
from, from
Yes.
the curb in, so.
Okay,
Yes,
all
yes.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it'll
it
be
won't
ADA
stair step.
accessible from there.
Okay, yeah, I was wondering how, like if you could
Yeah.
get in
And
there.
and we're talking with
everything.
Dustin and trying to see if he can put that on the schedule to get the curb work and the sidewalk along there too. So that's been the problem with Rarick Park for a lot of years. There's just not enough curb there, and all the
Right.
water runs and it just washes out. I mean, where we had our old playground, I mean, we could put engineered fill in there and it, have a heavy rain and watch it float down the river. So we need that curb line there, and we've had discussions with him about that. So we're basing our height off of the curb line if we do that. So,
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
absolutely.
How is it divided? What is used to divide it?
In those dividers, we'll use timbers. We'll use 6x6 timbers like we put around all of our playgrounds. So once we get the gazebo pad poured, we'll use those dividers, 6x6 timbers, and then we'll do the perimeter walk around it. So that way we can put those individual pieces in there and then put the engineered wood fiber over top of that, for our fall protection. And then we'll have the concrete walk, of course, to the gazebo there. So, and the intent of the octagon gazebo is to, kind of like we did at Kittyland, you have a bench in the middle with seats all the way around it. So wherever you sit in there, you can sit and watch your child on each individual piece. So,
Perfect.
yeah.
Anything else? Okay. Next, maintenance report.
Yeah, so Byer Park is complete. Most of you came to the ribbon cutting. Thank you for that. It has been a big hit ever since the ribbon cutting. There's been people there every day, and we're glad to see that. It's nice to be able to build something nice like that and then actually see it used. So that's a big hit so far. We've also replaced boards on the Byer Farm Trail, especially over on the short end past the ER. There's boards rotting. When you hang wood over water, that happens, and over the years, they just start rotting. So we did a pretty good section over there. We've also weeded along the trail as much as we could. Gradually, we try to keep up with the maintenance over there.
I just want to mention, I have heard wonderful comments on what you did around the bench.
Oh, great. Mike Bradford, right?
We actually have a press release that we're getting ready for Bradford's Outdoor Creations.
Okay.
They actually, I guess I can talk a little bit about it. They actually, Mike approached me. He did work at the amphitheater for the park, and he did a bunch of work at the cemetery. And him and his family wanted to give back to the community somehow.
How
And he
nice.
approached me about doing that work there at the bench. We installed the light, and Mike and his crew have went in there and totally revamped that, and it looks beautiful. And,
It does, and every time I've been along there, there have been people sitting there and enjoying it
Yeah,
now. And
good.
just-
Yeah.
And they talk to me about it when I stop, and it's just, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just waiting on some picture identification names, and then I'm going to get
Okay.
the press release out for that. So, yeah, absolutely.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, along
It's
with
just
that, we
gorgeous.
did install the light, pulled the power from the pole barn there and stuff, and hopefully that Makes it nice in the evening, dusk hours, so.
It is, it's really nice.
Good. Let me see. Yeah, so we filled and seeded ruts and low spots at Kelly Park and also around the basketball court, which we had repaved. And then also we reseeded and filled low spots around the new pickleball tennis courts at Bixler as well and seeded that. And then we've also been hauling a lot of dirt over to Rarick Park and prep for the work that's going to go on there. I think we have a good starting point. Hopefully, once we get some material, we'll get rolling on that pretty quickly. We've also started to clean out some of the storage rooms of the Center Lake Pavilion in preparation of the remodel. That's a process. We had a lot of stuff that that needed moved, and we're still working on that. Stephanie and Heather have been in there all week as well, so kind of ganged up on it. Today, we finished a repair on a large water leak at the campgrounds. The last row by the fireman's building, it had a small leak yesterday that was pointed out to us, and then when we got it dug up, it was a little bigger deal than we thought. So we had to turn the water off to the whole campground for about an hour or so we could get that repaired and replaced, and got it all grass seeded back over. And we've officially started losing our summer help for the season, so as things are still picking up, we're going to lose some guys, so stay busy.
I might add one thing to that, Sean. We did have a new employee start Monday to replace one that had moved on and found another location down in Lafayette. We have another gentleman that's worked for us for several years that has found a job that his passion is, so we're looking to hire another one. We have some interviews tomorrow, so we're down one right now in the full-time, but we're looking to hire another one, so we're moving along.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yep.
Questions, comments? Okay, recreation report.
Okay, we had a busy month last month, and it's busy still. On July 22nd, we had our country concert with Tyler Farr. We had over 5,000 people at that. On July 29th, we had our family carnival at Central Park. We had record numbers for that carnival, and we added some really fun things. We had a stilt walker, hamster balls, just a lot of things going on throughout the park. We also had volunteers that helped this year. We had Via Credit Union, and we had people from Zimmer Biomet. And without them, we just couldn't have pulled off what we did that night. But it was super busy, and we had a great time. Then on August 3rd, we had Wipeout, which is the aqua glide system that the Lilly Center donated to us. We had 391 participants that went across the aqua glide that day. And I think that was the hottest day of the entire summer, wasn't it, Larry?
It was pretty hot.
So that was great. And then on August 5th, we had the biggest summer concert that we had ever had for our small concert series. The 1985 came and we had 750 participants. And usually that concert's around about 175 to about 225. We had 750. So that week alone was incredibly busy. This Friday, we have our last concert for the summer concert series, which is the Mooncats. They're going to be at Lucerne Park at 7 o'clock. And then we have an Art in the Park, which sold out in 4.5 days. On September 23rd, it's the floral pumpkin arrangements with Andersons. Leah from Andersons is coming, and we're going to carve out a pumpkin and put a floral arrangement in it. And it's completely sold out. And I have put a lot of work into Fall Family Fund this week and have those contracts ready to go to Board of Works. So very busy and great numbers for everything that we've done. So I'm very happy
We had
with
a lot of
that.
big crowds this summer.
Yes.
A lot of
Good
big
job.
crowds.
Yes, people are ready to get out and have fun, and we
Yeah.
provided that for the community, so.
My job at the Family Carnival has always been to sell the tickets or the wristbands, and I just want to thank Suzanne.
Yes.
She was my partner this year, and she was the best ticket terror that I've ever had. We were the dynamic duo,
right.
put it together along with Andy, so yeah.
Yeah,
2,900 someone
That's a
Yeah.
that
bunch.
she tore, so.
yes.
Okay. Questions, comments? Good job.
Thank you.
Other matters?
The only other thing I can think of that we might talk about, we're redoing the tennis pickleball courts over there. We've got new fencing up. We were able to install some cameras over on that side of the park, so we have that there. And then I've asked Dustin if they have time this year, if they could repave the parking lot that's there. The lot to the east of the courts there across from Pizza Hut. We have a little bit of funds left from the Pike Lake project, so he thought he could get to it maybe in October, so hopefully we can get that done too, and that'll really spruce that area up and make it look nice, so. That's all I got, Steve.
Okay. Meeting review, well, the big one obviously is the memorandum of understanding. I think that's gonna be a big deal for Wardswell, the whole community. I'm glad that, and I think we should take time to thank you and the mayor for going out and rounding up the money to do this. That's a big deal for Warsaw.
Thanks.
We appreciate it. Other than that, anybody else have anything? Need a motion to adjourn?
I move that we adjourn.
Second.
Motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Thank you, group.
Yes.
Larry, I just thought of one thing.
Yeah.
Last night, you reported to the council about the rentals on the kiosks. I bet the park board would like to hear those numbers.
Yeah, we had, if I can remember them off the top of my head, but I think it was 362 rentals between Center and Pike Lake, like 120 some at Center and the rest at Pike Lake, but that's since May 26th. So we've had, there's times where there's 6 of them out at a time at Pike Lake, and we had one, an IoT, which is what controls the doors. We had a glitch in one of those, but Sean goes out and he reset it, so it's working. Sean he's been the one that's went out there and checked them, once or twice a week to make sure that they're all working properly and stuff, and he's kept up on that, and I think that's the key to have those. People want to rent them,
Yeah.
but they don't want to hassle.
Yeah.
I commend Sean for doing that. It's a little extra work for him, but he's did it, and everybody loves him. Yeah, it's been good, so.
Thank you, sir.
No problem.
Is this pretty well what they expected out of it, or more than expected?
It's actually, when we talked to Rent Fund, we were actually, for our demographic, our size, one of the best in the country that they have.
Wow,
So,
good.
yeah, he's very happy with the progress, so, yeah,
Good.
absolutely.
So are they both in now at Pike?
The paddle boards and
Yes.
the kayaks, yes. And then with our budget for next year, we plan to put paddle boards at Center Lake, so, yeah. But I've had calls from San Bernardino, California, I've had them from Colorado, I've had them from Iowa, just references of people wanting to know how these things are working and the progress that we've had, and, we like them, we love them, so hopefully they keep working, yeah.
Sorry, I just remembered that he told us that
Yeah.
last night.
No
That was
problem.
exciting, yeah.
Okay, meeting adjourned.
Well, with that,
Perfect.
you know, the name of that new business, that's typically.
I think my daughter's coming to the pumpkin one.
Oh, it's gonna be.
Yeah, she's
I'm
her church group, her
excited.
young adult group.